on the issue of solution, in America, I'm seeing that the people aren't educated. They don't know. They're living in a bubble. They can afford to, and they don't vote correctly or knowledgeably, and therefore action isn't done. I have found that, like in my little village I live in, people need to know the facts so that they can vote to support a tax or a bill or a measure to bring about the change that's needed. Because in a lot of dense populated areas where government is at large, um, it requires that. If we don't, then the special interests that run the macro systems are in charge, and we just become the slaves of that cost. Um, on the Kenya stuff, you know, I might add that rain is the oldest source of water. If we want to argue about the chicken and the egg, which came first, was it the rain or the lakes and rivers? I say the rain. That's my bet. And it's the oldest source of water, but yet it's the most ignored, unless it's a flood, and then it's considered a hazard. Well, that it can be a hazard, but we need to harvest it, which reduces the stormwater trouble. And there's those who say that oh, you can't harvest the rain, the land needs it and everything. The amount of roof area, catchment area that rainwater does use is so small that it's meaningless to any harmful effect, and it only serves as a benefit. Kenya has no, where I'm working in Bomet County and Kericho and Busia, they don't have macro utilities. They don't have a water main going down the street. They don't have a water utility. It doesn't exist. The houses don't have plumbing. They have no faucet to put an aerator on. They have no ability to recycle their water because they don't have any water. They carry it in jugs for many kilometers. Uh, Rainwater catchment is what we're doing there, and we're hoping to get some money from the Rotary International and the Rotary clubs here in America, in my area, California, and in Global Waterworks, Frank and Mary, their areas, and maybe even from India. We're putting in systems. We've put in 8. We have another 8 to do. Well, no, we have a lot more than 8 to do, but 8 is on the table right now. We've got these down to maybe $4,000 or something, depending on how many tanks. These are all passive. There's no power. There's no pumps. This is roof, gutter, tank, spigot, to the bucket, to the home. Every time it rains. And it rains often there. And it rains, as far as Southern California's comparison, it rains 5 times more in Kenya. So rain is not only the oldest source of water, it's the newest, it's the only in Kenya where we're working. And people were getting very, very dirty water, very, very sick. I won't go into the maladies of Kenya's social relationship with water. It's all too well known. If Festus is still watching, he knows.
He's not talking to me.
Festus is our man on the ground there, project manager, and I could be so sacrilegious as to call him a saint. Um, he he's working to get it done. Global Waterworks is the nonprofit that's online. Globalwaterworks.org is the administrator, and hopefully Rotary will be the funding. And I'm helping with the design, teaching Festus to be the designer. But water at point of use is what we're developing in Kenya. And that seems to be the paradigm shift that even the urban centers need to use. But I think the way to bring it about in urban centers is with public education and voting to get government support. And with places like the villages in Kenya, we just need to tell people like Festus how to build a system. That's how simple it is. Get them the wherewithal to do it and get it done. If water needs to be cleaner than rainwater, then there's some granular activated carbon passive filters to pour the water through. There's some solar distillation.
Sure.
There's off the shelf products.
Yeah.
Details, we can take it from there and do it. But
Right.
I see a future for developing these microsystems in Kenya, and I look to get the help we need to do that. I know the administration of it on the ground in Kenya is excellent via Festus, and the host Rotary Club, Oscar, in Kericho County, is going to be, as you would say, auditing to verify the resources are being appropriately used. I myself have no doubts. I see it. I hope that there's more people that can join the Global Waterworks in
Right.
saving these lives.